Hello YouTube and welcome back to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile Slow Walkthrough Series Episode 3 Season 2. We are here in Lion Eyes Watch. We just cleared out the fetid pool, cleared out our inventory, and we are set to go. I didn't mention before that this gold down here is used as currency in King's March, and that's part of the Settlers League. So that may or may not be something that you see depending on when you play the game, if you're watching this in the future. Hello from the past! Chef Lethal here. But we're going to continue on our quest here. We're gonna travel back to the Flooded Depths and continue on our quest to win the game. I also want to mention that I'm taking this very slowly, and the editing has been super duper easy, but I know that there are much more efficient ways to go about this game. I'm going very slow to explain things and to show how it goes. Typically, if I'm playing, by myself, for myself, or on stream or something, I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible. Many times, like the professional Path of Exile streamers and players, they'll beat the 10-act campaign in 5 or 6 hours, and then get into the end game where the meat and potatoes of Path of Exile lies. But that's not me. Even at my best, I can't do that. I think my best time is like 12 hours or something like that. It's just I don't have the time to, I haven't put 10,000 hours into this game. Anyway, let's go back to the Submerged Depths. Or Submerged Passage. I know how to read things. Okay, there's another thing you might see here. I have D&D mode on. There's a bunch of chat commands. If you hit enter, you can bring up your chat window. There's global chat. You can see what a bunch of people are talking about. I have that unselected. I keep my whispers on. But you can do like /D&D, and if you just hit enter right now, well, it would take me out of do not disturb mode, but you could put do not disturb, and then I hit space and then put a message here. And then anyone that tries to message you while you have do not disturb mode on will get that message. And I just don't want to get, I don't have a lot of friends in the game, so, but if I did, I don't want to get pinged a bunch while I'm trying to record and get distracted. I get distracted enough. I don't need anyone's help in doing that. Alright, so I'm just coming in, and we're going to make our way. Oh, I see up in the upper left corner an indicator. So I forgot that we have War Banner, and I gotta figure out which button it is for me. Okay, it's that button for me. Okay, so right now it's not even gonna show. Not enough valor. Okay, so as I kill, I think the banners were reworked for the new league, so that's gonna be a little bit different than I'm used to it working. So you can see up here I've got 6 Valor. As I kill monsters, I think in relative succession that number is going to go up. I'm up to 10, 11. Right, so now if I hit the button for my War Banner, I've placed a banner down. You can see the red ring around it. And I'll be able to tell what exactly what's happening. Okay, so it disappeared, and now I'm gaining valor again. So if we take a minute and look, the banner lasts for 10 seconds. It gives me an 8% increased accuracy rating, which is obviously helping me hit the monsters that I need to hit. Right, so then as I gain valor, that will increase the area of effect when I place down the banner, and the aura effect, so that will increase my accuracy rating and physical damage with melee skills. So if you have 10 valor, if I'm doing this right, then it would be 50% more area of effect and 50% more aura effect and 20% more physical damage, or 40% more physical damage. I know how to do math. Anyway, so that's just something that probably won't use a lot unless I'm getting in trouble. If these monsters are giving me a hard time when I go visit the boss, of the area. If I'm having a hard time, I'll make sure that I have enough valor and then go in and use it, put the banner down, and that will give me a temporary little boost to make it hopefully get me out of trouble. I have here dash. Oh, I need to remember. I need to reassign dash to a different key. And I'm going to put that on here and unassign that. Alright, it's important to have a movement skill, usually dash skills. It's almost like a little teleport. So if I hit, well, let me clear up these guys real quick. There's a few of them. We're going to end up trading out dash for Frost Blink later, but you see there I just kind of quickly moved forward. I dashed forward. That can be a way to get you out of trouble, or just move quickly. Like I said, movement speed is everything in this game. So if you're not moving fast, you're last. That's what I always say. Kind of just picking everything up, and I'm making my way sort of, you know, we came in from here, and I usually, if I'm not mistaken, the way out is generally in a thisly direction. We've got one of those nodes from King's March. Maybe I'll give it a try. I need to go back this way. I don't want to fight all these monsters because they're kind of scary. And never mind, we're going to fight all these monsters even though they're scary. We're going to get over-leveled here very quickly. We may already be over-leveled. Yeah, we're level 8, and we're in a monster level 5 area. So yeah, we're a little over. It's fine. Alright, so we got 50, going on 50 Valor. So I'm going to come up here, put down the banner, and I'm going to start doing some work. Now if you pick up the banner after you put it down, you lose the buff, so you want to make sure that you're ready to go. Okay, we did that. We got 11 Crimson Ore. I don't know what that really means. Some gloves. We got a lot of gear here. We'll pick up these gloves. I think this is probably a two-hander. Yeah, we have to make room for that. I'd like to maybe switch this out. I can't. Let's move this and put that there and put that there. We're gonna have to make our way back downtown pretty soon and offload some inventory. Oh, this isn't where... Travel to the flooded... I have to find the flooded depths. That's the way out to the next area, the ledge. That's good to have. Good to know that it's there. I'd really like to keep that. It's fine. I don't feel like going back to town right now. Alright, so we do need to head up to the ledge. That's going to be that area right there. But we need to head to the flooded depths to kill the Dweller of the Deep. And I was mistaken that we don't need the cold resistance right now, if I remember properly. Like I said, I've said a few times, it's been a while since I've played, especially the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Especially the campaign. So I'm just trying to find the flooded depths right now. There it is. I do want to kill this guy, the Brood Princess. I guess that's a lady. Whoa, 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 I'm getting in trouble here. Whoa, 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 everybody. Everybody, let's calm down. Everybody, let's everybody calm down. Wow. Okay. That was also very, very humbling. Very not good. Let me use this skill point, and we're going to head over here to maximum life. Because remember, we have to get to bravery, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check Path of Building. We do need to get to bravery because we need to make our way over to Art of the Gladiator. And right now, since I'm struggling with life, I wanted to make sure I get that life node. And then I'll probably get bravery, and then I'll head up to mana. Although right now I'm not struggling too hard for mana because I have the flask is doing me good, so maybe not so important. I'm using the Quicksilver to try to get back to where I was a little bit quicker. Quicker silvery. Alright, we got a lot of guys over here. And what I don't want is to get into trouble again, and that seems to be inevitable. Alright. Problem right now is that I don't have any, like, real crowd control. We've just got this one skill that we're using. Shit. If I could get a bleed, a good bleed on the actual Brood Princess, that would be an ideal thing. See, the Brood Princess has energy shield, so if we leave her unattended for too long, she will start to regenerate that. We got our first Orb of Regret. So if you recall, in the last episode, I talked about refund points for your passive tree. An Orb of Regret is a currency that does the exact same thing. So I guess I'm going to leave these here. That's fine. Okay, so I think what happened with the Brood Princess is I kind of just rushed into it and I wasn't really paying too much attention. And I got overwhelmed. And I didn't make smart decisions. And I died. I'm going to take a moment here and go back to town really quickly just to make some space in the inventory, because a lot of things are dropping that might not be such a bad thing to pick up. That will give us currency. Again, the Orb of Regret will go straight to my currency stash tab because of the affinity that is applied to it. And we're going to head back to this submerged passage. You can leave an area. Every area of the game that you enter creates an instance of that area, and each instance you can leave unattended for about, I think it's 15 minutes before it will reset, and whatever you've done in that area will be gone. Keep that in mind. You can kind of keep an instance open with a portal, but if I were to just go back, if I were to sign out of the game right now and then immediately sign back in, this area will be here just as it is. All the loot will still be there, everything will still be available even if I sign out of the game. If I were to say sign out and then sign back in, and then just kind of AFK'd for 15 minutes, this whole area would be reset. The previous area would not, would be a new instance as well. If I stayed in this flooded depths for too long, the previous area will reset, and I'll lose the progress I made on the map, which kinda would stink. Got another little life flask. I'd like to get better flasks. There we go. Not a better flask, but it's a level up. I'll take it. Get this guy off my back. Okay, I'm going to pick up the magic items. The blue items that have up to 2 modifiers. Even if I don't need them, I'm not going to use them. It's still nice to have them to sell to the vendor for currency, because right now, currency is king. Currency is always king, but in the early game, if you can get your hands on some decent currency, it'll be really, really, really helpful. You can start modifying your own items that you find on the ground. and you know, doing some good stuff, getting some decent things. Okay, we're coming up to another thing here that, oh, the Dweller of, this is new. He's not usually in Crystal like this. I wonder if that's something new with this league. I'm gonna grab the extra life here. I can't do it yet. How come I can't do it? Oh, because I need to get bravery. Hello. So 195 health. I'm going to get up to 210. That's a good little jump, and our evasion rating and armor has increased as well. All right, so I don't know if it's going to react this way, but normally if you see monsters that are encased in a crystal like this, you click it 3 times. It will break out of the crystal, and then you have to defeat it, and then it will drop what's called an essence. This may not be the best instance to show you what it is all about, but click once, click twice. I'm going to put down my banner and click 3rd time and start wailing on this gigantic crab. Maybe do a circle job here. Okay, hi. Can you please? It's also good to mention, like, flasks. It's regenerative over time, and it's a set number. If my health bar maxes out while my health potion is working, then it stops working. But if I continually take damage and it never actually reaches 100%, then the health will continue to generate. Right, so we killed this little area that was the Dweller of the Deep. Got lots of nice little loot. Whispering Essence of Hatred. So these are like the beginner level crafting material. And this is what you get when you defeat the monsters that are encased in crystals. These are great for crafting, especially in the early game. I mean, they're great. They're usually set as a baseline to craft even endgame items. But you can target what you want based on the essence that I have. So if I have, let's take a look at, let me pick this up. So let's say I've got this amulet that's got a regeneration rate. That's not particularly wonderful, but if I were to use this essence on my amulet, that categorizes itself as other jewelry, and that would give me a somewhere between 6 and 10% increased cold damage. Great. I would probably want to use this more on a belt, quiver, or armor. Of course, we're not using quivers because I need the cold resistance. So honestly, I could probably use it on this stash. It's also worth mentioning that this will upgrade the item. It has to be a white item. It says it right there. Upgrades a normal item that's white to rare. So that is a yellow item with up to 6 modifiers. And one of them is guaranteed to be whatever it is. So if I use this on my belt, I'm guaranteed to get somewhere between 6 and 11% cold resistance, and up to 5 other modifiers. The likelihood of that happening on such a low level item is not great, but the cold resistance will be massively helpful for us. Just gonna pick up this stuff, and okay, so now it might actually just be quicker for me to run back up. Hopefully our previous area instance has not reset. I don't think it's been, no, I'm literally recording. I can see roughly how long I've been recording, so that tells me that it has been much less than 15 minutes since I've been in this area, and look at that, our map is intact. If it had been longer than 15 minutes, then this whole area would be blank, and I would have no idea where to go, and I would have to fight my way back to get to the ledge, the doorway to the ledge. I am virtually certain there is a waypoint right outside the door. So I'm going to head my way out there. I realize also, guys, that I am jumping between saying, like, talking in the first person and a collective. I don't know what other manner of speak I'm saying. I'm alternating between, like, saying me and we and us and stuff. So I don't know what that's called, but I'm doing it, so forgive me. That's just I see it as we are going along for this ride and I am driving, so that's my excuse. This has a different color. You see the item filter is letting me know that without even picking up this item, this is going to give me something different. This is going to give me a chromatic orb when I sell it, which I desperately want. So I need to make room for this thing, and this is a 2x3. So I'm going to get rid of that padded vest and grab that scepter. That's going to be better for us. Okay, here's another essence mob. This is great. This guy did not get bleeding. All right, so this is a better example than the boss we just fought. Let me clean up these guys so we're not having to deal with their nonsense. So when we kill this monster, it will drop a whispering essence of hatred. I'm curious which one we have. The exact same thing that we already have. That's wonderful. And we can see that it's hasted and it crushes on hit. Hasted means it'll probably move a little bit faster, and crush on hit means crush is an ailment that it will inflict, which probably means we will receive more damage. Alright, I click twice. I'm going to put down my banner even though it's only worth 7. And click again, and here we go. Sometimes these essence monsters can get real scary. Especially later, even a fully leveled up character, sometimes it can be terrifying. But not right now. I need to make room to pick up any of this stuff. Now we've got 2 of those. That's great. This is taking up a lot of space. But I don't know if it's worth doing anything about it. Let's level up the war banner. We cannot level up, so this is a great example. This is showing me that my dash skill is available to level up, but I can't because it will require 27 dexterity, which I do not have. I have 23. Which is, it's no real loss. We don't use the dash skill for damage. It's really just a means to GTFO out of there. So I'm going to try to skip a bunch of this. This looks really, really dangerous. So I'm going to... Oh yeah, Quicksilver out of here. Let's go. I kind of do want to do this. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to engage in a lot of guys. I kind of strung them along though, so maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. And just as my health is going down or as my mana is going down, I'm just alternating between hitting 1 and 3, 1 and 3. As I need it, because I'm refilling my health as I'm killing, like I'm refilling the potion, the flask, as I'm killing dudes, so I'm able to almost exclusively use my #1 key as he hits #2. You gotta be careful hitting #2 though, because, oh boy, it could be a dangerous endeavor. Alright, we got that. I should be able to pick up that belt. Alright, do I need the gloves? Gloves might not be such a bad thing if I can make that work, so let's move this out of my preferred slot, pick up the gloves. Vine Circlet I'm not really interested in having. Alright, then we can zip on over to the waypoint here. Oh boy. Alright, I would like to teleport back home, but first, of course, we must clear up the rabble here. And hit home. Well. Unload a bunch of stuff. I'm going to use those essences. Essences can be upgraded as well. I think if you get 3 of the same one, you can sell it to a vendor, and it will stack. It will go up to the next tier. I have an essence tab here, so you can see this will go here, and as I get 3, I can upgrade it to the next tier, all the way up to way over here. Flame Wall is an interesting skill that goes immediately into here, but let's go like this. Okay, now I've got all these items. This is crazy. Let's see. I don't want to use those. I don't want to use that, and I don't need to use that. I'm going to just quickly get rid of things that I don't necessarily need or want that are quickly easy to sell. Like this gigantic maul, I don't really need it. This armor might be worth identifying. This helmet might be worth identifying. This probably isn't. The gloves are worth identifying. The boots I'm gonna sell. I'll identify this. In the early game, you really got to ration this stuff out, but as we go on, it'll get so much easier. And I'll identify those. Right, so let's sell this stuff to Nessa. Okay, we get 2 chromatics for that. Some scroll, some stuff and some stuff. Oh, wrong one. Okay, I've got 10. So if I right click on my scroll of wisdom and then hold shift, I can now use multiple scrolls. So then left click on these gauntlets and then left click on these gloves. Ooh. And the vest and the helmet and that. Okay, let's see. This increased flask mana recovery rate, garbage. +4 to maximum life is interesting. I think I like the stun and block recovery more right now. Okay, so here's actually this is an easy upgrade as well. This is a much better chest piece because it has fire resistance. Resistances are going to be key. Problem is, this is linked red and green, and I need the red and green. So I'm gonna keep this right here. I need that. And these are better gloves. 10% cold resistance. Again, resistance is going to be absolutely paramount. So I'm going to take this dash skill, put it in the shield, switch out that, and now I can put my chance to bleed in there with my double strike right there. Upgrade my armor. These gloves are garbage. And I should take a look at this amulet, because this amulet isn't really doing much for me. Let's see. Fire resistance and a bunch of strength. That's great. That's going to give us a little bit of health. I'm going to absolutely put that in. Tribal Club, not interested. Driftwood, not interested. Goat's Horn is a wand. I can check the glass shank just because I have no modifiers on my current one. Has a much higher critical strike chance. I see no downside to switching this out, so let's do that. This is a huge axe that I'm not ready to use yet. These boots, I could take a gander, see what we got. Regenerate life, that's really nothing for me. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to sell these 3. Oh wait, one was mana. Small mana, keep that up here. Small life, small life. Didn't I have another one? Small life. I should be able to talk to Nessa. If I sell these 3, that will upgrade it to the next tier up. Medium, great. And then I can get rid of everything else. Very good. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. And these 2, I'll just go ahead and just sell out of hand. Excellent. If we look at currency, so now I've gotten enough transmutation shards to get 1 orb of transmutation. This will upgrade a white item to a blue item. So it will go from having no modifiers to having up to 2. Completely random. So I can use it on this ring. Now, a power ring automatically gives 30 maximum mana. So what you can do, I'm looking at my ring. If I hold Alt, it will give me more details. So I can see that that plus 30 to maximum mana is actually the top level of this type of ring. For an item level 5 power ring, the highest number of mana that you can get is plus 30. I got that. Excellent. And in the previous episode, I mentioned that items can have affixes as prefixes and suffixes. There's a different category called implicit modifiers, and that just means this modifier is implicit to this item. So I'm gonna do this, but I should be able to use that Orb of Transmutation on this ring. The maximum mana will be separated. Like right here, that 30% global increased global critical strike chance, that should be an implicit modifier. It is. It's an implicit critical modifier. And I also got a suffix of needling that gives 12% increased critical strike chance as well. So if I use it, I'm not going to use it on the ring then, because this ring is garbage. I'd rather have a ring that gives resistance. I'm not going to waste my currency since it's so valuable right now. But that's something that I could do. Like the 24 strength is implicit to Amber Amulets. We also have an Orb of Alteration, which means I can re-roll a blue item, and we'll randomize the modifiers. Cannot use this on a white item. You'd have to use a white item with the transmutation, and then you can alter it, and then you'll be good to go. But that is going to be it for today. I think we made excellent progress, a lot of good stuff. And so that is it. Thank you so very much for watching. All the links, oh my goodness gracious, all the information you need to know relevant to this series are linked down in the description. If you found this useful or entertaining, please consider hitting that like button on the video. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye bye.